Okay, so my first time trial is coming up in around 2 weeks time, and there will be no road races until then. So now I'll be spending the majority of the time on my TT bike. Luckily the weather has improved a lot now. It was 16 degrees today, short sleeve weather, so I'm really happy about that. And it's also good because it's not really pleasant to ride a TT bike when it's cold and miserable. So I also started riding the Zipp Super9 disc, and I'm going to tell you my experiences with it so far. So actually, this is not the newest design. It's been around since 2012, but I think it's still the cutting edge among discs because not many companies make discs at all, and very few people use them because, well, they're very expensive, and for a second, most people think that a disc wheel turns your bike into a sort of paragliding equipment, but the opposite is true. Okay, so I've paired this disc up, perhaps unsurprisingly, with the 808 NSW, which is a wheel that I really like, and it's superb for time trialing. And then the disc matches it in design really well. I was thinking about getting this SRAM, the Canyon SRAM version, which has the graphics printed on it like the NSW wheels, but that makes it around 300 euros more expensive without any real performance advantage, so I decided to skip that and go for this stealthy look. What you'll notice at the first glance, of course, is that the whole surface of the disc is covered in Zipp's signature dimples to create a turbulent boundary layer to keep that air attached to the surface and reduce pressure drag. Now, another interesting feature that other Zipp wheels don't have. The dog just started molesting me. Okay, so you will notice that the transition from the tire surface to the rim is heavily sculpted, and the brake track is somewhat slanted to the side, and this actually should be the reason why clincher tires are significantly faster than tubulars, aerodynamically speaking. That's quoting one of Zipp's engineers in their marketing video, but I think if you look at it, a tubular tire has kind of an indentation in here, with this one being super smooth, so that's definitely a good point. I've used both regular courses and Corsa speeds on this one. Of course, the Corsa speed is more appropriate. It comes up a bit narrower, but still over 24.5 millimeters when inflated. But I think this is the best choice when it comes to this wheel. The width is just about spot on. Okay, so how does this thing actually ride? Well, I think you can imagine these wheels are not very compliant. If I compare it to my dash, then it's pretty much the same. It's okay on small little holes and cracks on the road, but if you hit some sort of waves or bumps, then it's a bit jarring and you can lose grip on that. But this time trial bike, the frame is also very stiff, so it's not an endurance bike for sure, but if you are going fast and keep planted in the aero bars, then it's completely fine. You can ride this all day. It's not jarring your teeth. As I said, on small bumps and imperfections it's good. It's just those big waves, sort of braking bumps that trucks make. That's where you feel that you have a disc on. The side-to-side stiffness is excellent. I got no brake rub at all, even though my brake blocks are reasonably close to the rim. Obviously it's very wide, so that surely helps with the stiffness. I previously had an old 800 tubular disc, and that flexed noticeably. That had noticeable flex in it, is what I meant. So this is a huge improvement in that regard. In terms of braking as well, braking is excellent in a dry. Haven't tried it in a wet yet, but of course it wouldn't be as good as an alloy rim. And the disc also has this preload function on it from all the Zipp series, wheel series. It's not, I think, not really a necessary feature, but it's nicely finished off with an arrow shape, so that's a good point. I'm gonna mention the skewers again. I don't really like Zipp's new huge paddled skewers, but luckily the Speed Concept solved this for me for these neatly integrated quick releases, so that doesn't really matter. One problem with discs is inflation, and luckily this one comes with a nice silk adapter, but I already have my lock-on Hero V2 chuck, which is super expensive, but I think it's worth it when you have disc wheels on hand, because it makes your life so much easier. I was a bit afraid that my latex tube and the valve in it will be too long and I would have trouble fitting the pump in there, but luckily it's not a problem. It fits just about right, although my dash wheel has a lot larger opening, so that makes inflation a bit easier. This one is a bit cramped. It's pretty deep, so that's okay, but the hole is really narrow, so that could have been wider for sure. You can also see the foam core. I think this is basically two thick plates of carbon fiber bonded onto a very stiff foam core. It probably is constructed in this way, but still it's a very complicated design. As you can see, these pizza slices that are playing in the light. In regards to aerodynamics, of course I don't have a wind tunnel yet, maybe, but I've posted my fastest times on this wheel setup so far. That's partly down to the super fast tires and of course the aerodynamics of the wheels, so probably the fastest disc on the market. My dash is a lot lighter, so for courses with a lot of climbing, that will be my choice because it's 300 grams lighter. But everywhere else, the Zipp is the top choice when it comes to aerodynamics. When we talk competitors, there aren't really too many. Ahead makes a good disc, but that's not a flat disc. It's just a deep section rim with a cover on it, so I don't know, I wouldn't really go for that one. I don't really know who else makes discs. If you know, then leave a comment in the comment section down below. I think the looks really complement the rest of the bike. Super stealthy, modern design, and it just kind of disappears in the front, so mean and fast looking machine for sure. I'm actually quite looking forward to suffer on the time trials. Okay, so this is my quick review of the Zipp Super9 disc, carbon clincher of course. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to see more about this bike and the other cool components on it, then don't forget to tune into my channel and subscribe. For today it's all. Thanks for watching and see you next time.